Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in this October to this beautifully written horror series that you guys have given me. The amount of tragedy that we have seen this family live through has been outstanding. We have seen each character experience so much trauma that I'm ready to see how the rest of the story unfolds, if anyone gets a happy ending. Before we get started, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your post notification bell, which you want to make sure you do for this series because we're binging until Halloween and you don't want to miss a drop. And if you want the full length watch along, the link for Patreon is going to be right down in the description. But for now, let's dive right on into The Haunting of Hill House, Episode 3. Oh, it's got to be a sibling.
Are you, Nellie? I had another nightmare. Okay, ease up a little. Nellie, you're squeezing too tight.
Is that
Nellie?
No, I know y'all saw that arm too, but it looked like a child's arm. I really thought that it was Nellie.
Nellie?
Oh. Can you imagine in your sleep something like that crawling in bed with you?
Whose hand was I holding?
Whose hand was I holding? Does that not give you guys the shivers? Because you're totally unaware when you're asleep, right?
But then I heard a creak, a stairs, the third step from the top. That's how I knew he was coming. It's how I always know. Creep. Then my doorknob.
Is Theo a therapist?
What does Mr. Smiley look like?
Just a big smile. Too big. But he isn't happy.
So it's a creepy grin.
Under the house. In the basement?
Oh.
You know,
What'd she get from that touch?
Elsie?
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. When I was little, I was afraid of a lot of things. They were all in my head. I just didn't know that yet. But when I was scared, I would
Were
imagine
they?
myself building. Because kids like us been through more than other kids. We're tougher than other kids. We're great builders. We make ourselves really safe, and no one ever gets in.
Mr. Smiley does.
Our other two foster kids are thriving. We just want
Mr. Smiley's scary.
She was telling me about Mr. Smiley.
She says she can build a wall, but Mr. Smiley can get in.
All our kids have always had to go through an adjustment. This
Could be normal.
And she's a child that's in foster care.
and the Mr. Smiley thing, did that start right away?
a few weeks after she moved in.
And her behavioral issues started.
We'll get to the bottom of it.
Around the same time Mr. Smiley showed up. And she didn't see him until she moved into a new home where Mr. Smiley is living underneath. How interesting that one sibling decided to go and be a mortician. Like all the things they've been through, death, trauma. One sibling went to be a therapist. One sibling's a writer. One sibling is on drugs.
Hang on, Fancy.
49 Clos de Riel. This is quite... How did you know that?
I don't know much about wine, so obviously that's an expensive bottle.
You really don't feel that. Sorry,
The statues creep me out a little bit now that after we see how they are in the intro.
I feel it here.
This whole house is cold.
It doesn't exactly clear things up. does
What
it?
does her mom think she feels?
You're out of mustard.
Pay to make you lunch. Some of them even deliver it right to your office.
She's taking food out of her sister's fridge and telling her, you're out of stuff.
It's a tough one today. This little girl couldn't get anything from her.
You always figure out how to help. So good with them.
You know, this one, she's like a brick wall.
I know the type.
Theo.
For inside the house. Here, Nellie, you stay there. That's the other end. What is that smell?
That's weird.
Smells the same in here as the rest of the house. And this was a sick bed. How do you know?
Yeah, it has to be, because why would they need that?
I can hear you, Nellie. You guys have fun. Say your name so I know it's
Something weird's in there. She felt it.
rice? No, it's rice now.
It's like when she touched that pillow.
I am telling you.
But remember when she touched that little girl's hand? She feels something. The book her brother wrote. Is this a real book? Because I'm definitely going to go and read it.
I was trying to take ownership of something.
So you're pulling the book?
I'm offering to share the book.
So none of the siblings liked the book.
I mean, you guys have read it, right?
I haven't. Why bother? I've heard the various versions my whole life. Dad's tabloid horror show. Nellie.
Okay.
I've heard you and Steven. Maybe I'll just wait for the paperback.
We're not taking your money. None of us.
It's blood money, Steve. You're welcome to every red cent, right?
Yep.
So they're very upset about this, even though the tabloids have their own version out there. Also, touch thing, I just remember she wears gloves. And she has this thing about touching things, so there's a reason for the gloves that maybe we'll connect later. Okay, sis.
Hello?
The doorknobs are so intricate, they're kind of creepy.
Hey, can I get a water?
Oh, it's that same girl? Or is this the story again? Nope, it's the same girl. And you can tell she did not want her to come over. She doesn't want any connection with anybody.
Because the dumbwaiter is not a toy. It can be dangerous.
That's all you need to say then.
Fair enough.
Okay. I like the way she handles herself.
Don't have to be so mean about it. She's not mean. She's scared.
What makes you say that?
She could feel it. She could feel it. That's what it is about her touch. She can sense things or feel things from people. Because the lady knew she was right. Like the lady, when she made that comment, the lady was taken aback. Miss Dudley. She drew the smile. So we are going sibling by sibling per episode, it seems like. And I kind of like that. But what sibling do we finish with?
Trying to take a ride in this elevator? Come on, you stupid. But then I can't reach the buttons. One ride. I know it works. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble.
I think she said it was dangerous. What is a dumbwaiter used for?
Perfect kid-sized elevator. You hop straight out and you don't tell anyone
She thinks since he's under 200 pounds, he'll be fine.
You ready?
I don't know, it makes me nervous.
Oh, Theo!
Where's he going? He's gotta be straight down, basement. Oh, no, not the basement in this house. Oh, no.
There's a ladder down here on the wall. Just hang on. Me
That's a
up,
rat.
please.
Yeah, that's creepy, baby. Don't go out. Oh, don't go out. Whoa, was that a hand or a foot or something?
Come on.
Yeah, that's...
Theo!
Oh, no, you gotta pull me up now. Oh, shit. Something just crawled out of there. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. No, no, no. That actually got me. That thing is really creepy. That I think just the thought of being stuck down there with it, that got me. It's a feeling being stuck with something like that. Oh, poor baby. That thing is...
Right here.
What happened in that house?
It's okay.
Let's see.
What happened in that house?
What happened?
So that was a crazy demonic corpse. What is it? Nothing?
Got my head, girl. Sorry. It's...
Oh, it was Mr. Smiley, huh? Fix that since I bumped it. That was scary. And this is how Theo finds out about Nellie. This is what she was doing before.
Got a cow or a llama. You don't have to help me. I'll find her.
Getting tense.
Stacy!
Uh-oh. That's gonna be the maid of honor.
Just a sec.
That's the thing about weddings.
Okay.
I want to check your makeup.
That's awkward.
You coming?
I want to see who's in there.
I do too. I'm with you, bud.
He collects bridesmaids.
Theo. It's Theo, huh? Theo, you dirty dog. They weren't expecting it to be her.
What?
Do they not know? They don't know about her sexuality?
I mean,
I mean, we didn't
Well, I do now.
into...
Bridesmaids?
Oh.
Aunt Nellie killed herself? Yes, that's better than lying, saying nothing like Dad did.
What do I say? You answer the question that's asked. Offer information that's not requested. Just tell them that their feelings are correct and there's...
Well, she does have a therapist to help her. A child psychologist. Sorry.
Better they ask you than me. Why? Because I'm f***ing angry. Because I don't want to have to tell them
We know Nellie didn't do that.
better than most. What this does to a family.
Better than to go back to that house.
She knew better. She did it anyway. I gotta go. Sorry, I can't, Cheryl.
So, we know this happened to them during their childhood, but it seems like they've all went on to experience like relatively normal lives. But what's causing it at this point? I feel like everything to resurface. It felt like for Nellie, it just resurfaced and drove her crazy.
Hey, can I come in?
I like your drawing. Listen, I'm sorry, okay?
It's okay.
Mom and Dad are still mad at me.
They don't believe me. Anything. First they said Abigail's not real. Now they said the basement's not real. It's not in the blueprints. They said it's
They just keep
probably
telling
just a
them
crawl
everything's not
space.
real.
And whatever was down there, nobody ever believes me.
I believe you.
She felt him.
Maybe we can prove it to them. You said something about a ladder. You were down there. So pretend you're the dumbwaiter.
So whatever that space wasn't on the blueprint.
So, was it this far away? This far away? Okay. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, maybe a floorboard, right. What is she moving? What type of machine is that? It looks like it's a panel. My heart feels weird just her being down there and how dark it is. Plus, whatever's in this house is not shy, ever. It's very bold presence.
I was just in the neighborhood and I needed something. Is Kelsey here?
No, she's at school right now.
I didn't realize you made house calls.
Right, why are you at their house, Theo?
Normally, I was just out and about and thinking about your case.
And that basement where Mr. Smiley is probably jogs back how she feels about the basement that she just went into as a child in the flashback. Boom. There we go. She relates to this little girl. When her mom was feeling the cold spots in the house, she made a comment that I think might mean something. She said, "You're like me. You see if you can feel." Oh, what is she doing? Whoa, what is she feeling? The wood looks like a smiley face. Wild. Oh. Like that scene, they didn't even have to show us something scary, but it made me have like chills down my spine. And we didn't see anything, just her reaction.
I really appreciate you indulging me like this. It's just a normal basement.
That's what we keep telling her.
No, it's not. Why?
Thank you. Thanks.
Why is she looking at him like that?
What are you,
Right?
looking at?
Your smile. That's right. And social services, too. You just have to trust me on this. I haven't been wrong before, have I? Yes, I'm sure.
She felt it from him.
I'm sure the guy will confess if you just get them here.
She said she was looking at his smile. Is he Mr. Smiley? Is he hurting the little girl? Is he hurting the little girl in the basement?
Bye.
And she felt it from his touch. I'm disgusted.
You found this.
I think we know why she had that reaction now when she was in the basement.
It's a book of secrets that they were trying to hide.
How do you figure that?
I don't know. Tell when I picked it up.
Like you could tell there's a false floor in the pantry for a bootlegging operation. A long time ago,
They did want it to be hidden.
it was illegal to sell alcohol, so they made it in secret and hid it. You know, there's not a single record of this basement. They didn't want anyone to find it.
Ah. And there were kegs down there, I believe I saw.
What's wrong?
She felt something. She saw something. Wow, Theo. You are incredible. And the little girl made that little Mr. Smiley thing too in her head, you know, to deal. But that plank above was probably something she had to, that it helped with the Mr. Smiley thing coming about.
Would you look at that? How the hell did she find this?
No idea.
And when she said Smiley came into her room, she could tell by the third creak of the step that was just him creeping up there. The way that they laid that storyline out too, did you see how they set that up? That's crazy. Crazy writing.
You know, your dad was telling me a story. Were you cleaning up the cupboard?
I just guessed.
Felt it.
Like you guessed about a ledger. You know those headaches I get sometimes? They started when I was a little girl. And when I get them, I see all sorts of
visions.
What she thought about the house when we moved in? She said it was loud. Such an odd word she chose. Noticed you always wear sweaters inside, even though it's summer.
It's the cold spots.
Grandma Mary was like that too. She hated the air on her skin. She was always bundled up. Sensitive people, they sometimes need
more comfort and layer of protection. So her children are sensitive. That would make so much sense.
These will help with the cold and the other thing.
Her mom knows about the other thing.
Does Dad know that you're sensitive?
Kind of. We'll talk a lot more about it as you get older. But in the meantime...
Mom is so wonderful.
And you think nobody will understand.
And I do believe that it is possible for humans to have sensitivities like that within the world. Very possible.
Okay.
Thanks.
Is that how much she gets for her portion of the book? That's crazy.
Good secrets. You sure you don't want to stay for dinner? No, but thank you.
And they're moving to California, right? That's what I gathered.
Hit the beach for me.
No hug?
You got a couple things wrong in there, by the way.
So you finally read it.
She did read it then.
That was me.
Sorry about that. Anything else?
He wouldn't have known, or he might not have remembered.
By what you wrote about that night.
What night?
That night. The last one.
Uh-huh.
Considering that you were asleep for what? Like 99% of it?
Right, he was woke up at the middle. We just saw him getting carried out to the car and all the other kids were already in the car.
So what are you going to do with the money? Car, purses, travel?
No. I'm going to get my fucking PhD.
She's gonna go look at Nellie. Do y'all remember the other sister's last vision when she was in there the last time we saw Nellie? Can't she feel anything since she's gone? Yeah, she did. What did we see? What was it? That is a whale. She saw something horrid. Oh no.
Hey.
Hey,
Thought I heard somebody down here.
sorry to wake you.
You sure? You look,
Shirley found your checkbook. Individual account.
Okay, she's gonna bring that up.
You're not gonna tell her, are you? It's just as bad for you as it is for me.
Oh, wait. So she has something to do with this individual account that he has?
Use, though.
Why?
Make him a mistress.
And she's
something,
giving him a heads
secret
up.
Family. You know, something that's gonna piss her off less than the truth.
What's the truth? She's probably giving her money from the book, and that sister don't want the money from the book. And they need it because sis is giving away some free services. And she called the girl that she's been ghosting.
We said 2 words to each other. Can we take a second and
You know Thea don't want to talk. No.
Hey, believe me, I'm
Thea
thrilled
does
you
not
called
want
me.
to talk.
Last night at the club, you completely ignored me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And?
I'm sorry about that.
And it says 12:24, girl. She invited you over at midnight, and you came.
Well, not exclusively. I don't know, what do people usually talk about? How are you? How was your day? Stuff like that.
Well, let's see. My day. I found out that a 9-year-old
You don't want to hear about her day.
was getting molested by her foster dad. And she buried it so deep she had to make up a monster just to compartmentalize and cope.
She made up a monster.
And she did such a good job that she planted him right in my head. Suit the moment he was
That's why the
questioned by
face,
cops, so.
when she woke up that night, looked like it was wood because of wooden plank.
No one was listening. And it's so much like Nellie. So,
Nellie was begging for help, crying out.
come to bed.
Oh. She said, yeah, you don't have to talk. You're going through a lot. We're back at Hill House.
Theo, I need you to get Luke and Nell to the car.
This is the last
Get in,
night.
Lock the doors. Don't unlock them till you see me come outside. Do you understand? I need to get Steve and Cheryl. Come on.
She felt it. Stop! Whoa, whoa, whoa. What all is she seeing? That's happening so fast. What all did she see?
Touch me.
Whoa, and that episode was titled Touch. See, that's writing. Holy cow. And then the little pieces that they're giving us of the last night, of that night, the little bits that they're giving us, it's like, I don't know, when you watch a scary movie, you have hour and a half, 2 hours to be scared. But when you're watching it as a series, I feel like it has time to sit there and simmer, like the horror, the thrill of it, right? It just, and the storyline and the fact that it give you each individual piece without it being rushed. I feel like the scary factor, it's intensified because it's sitting there and it's simmering and it has that time to sit there and sink in. I find Theo the most interesting. I find her so very intriguing. The whole touch thing, how she discovered what was happening with that little girl was insane. But the flashbacks that we got of the last night when Father touched Theo were so fast that I want to go back and replay them. But I will dissect every single one. So it's probably best that we hop into the next episode pretty soon. Thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to turn your post notification bell because we are binging and you don't want to miss a drop. If you want to help me out, like, subscribe, and if you want the full link, watch along, the link for Patreon is going to be down in the bottom. But for today, let's go out in this world. Let's spread some light. Let's spread some love. Let's make somebody smile. Bye, you guys.